Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Stained Glass Window Project Part 4, gluing the tissue paper. At this point you need Elmer's glue, a brush, the plastic or vinyl orange sheet, scissors, pen pencil, the variety of tissue paper that you want, and a black Sharpie. So I already have my colored paper here. I saved some on the side or I put it in my folder. And I just want to show you something really quickly, and I want you to notice this is the front. It's all black. It's not the side we are gluing on. We are gluing on the back, the side with all the white colored pencil that should have your name and code, and I wanted you to write the word back in a couple of places on it. So just to begin, you pick whatever color you're going to start with. You overlap it on top of the leading and frame. And then in pencil or pen, you carefully sketch the shape, making sure it's a little bit bigger than the actual opening for the shape you're going to be covering. And you draw out that shape and then carefully cut it with scissors. An X-Acto knife is not going to work here. Flatten it out, and then you will glue it on. As you take notice, what I'm going to do is the same steps over and over again. But in between each step, I'm going to just kind of go over a couple of things that are pointers that should help you to be more successful. So first, whenever you glue, you want to make your, just put glue on one side only, make sure that it aligns up, kind of flatten it out, smooth it out, and then as soon as you have it in the right position and you've checked it, you've flattened it out, smooth it out, then you can go ahead and put glue on and then on the other sides and then smooth it out. And in between every single piece that you put on, you got to lift up and give it a light shake so that it does not stick to the vinyl. It can stick to the vinyl a little bit, but it's nowhere as severe as it would be as if it stuck to either the table or your cardboard. And so everything in this video, almost to the end, is pretty much the same steps all over and over again. You trace. Try to make the tracing slightly bigger than the opening. You cut, use a thin layer of glue on one side, you pull it tight, make sure it's smooth and flat, you glue the other sides, and then you pull it down and smooth it. And then occasionally, if I have a little bit too much extra paper, you will see me fold it over a little bit or pinch it, and then I lift it up and shake it in between each gluing so it doesn't stick to the table or to the orange vinyl. All right, and so that's the same steps over and over again, just doing a thin amount of gluing, attaching it on one side, making sure it's flat, then gluing the other sides, and then continuing to attach the tissue paper and lift it up in between each section. So this is not the same example that I used for the other videos. I just didn't have a chance to do the gluing on that. Oh, let me stop right now and just show you. Sometimes if you have a little bit too excess amount of paper, you want to just cut a little bit of it, and then you can do that little bit of pinching. And then here, this should be like the last piece that I do on this one. And again, it's just the same steps over and over again. Now, I intentionally made a mistake in the beginning of the video, so I'm going back to it to show you. Occasionally, you can glue on the wrong side. So if you notice right now, I just was tracing on the front, which is the clean, pristine side, and now I am intentionally gluing on the wrong side. And if you catch yourself right away, you can gently just peel it off. Like right now, I could have just peeled it off, but I decided to continue to glue it on and then come back and deal with it later. So one of the ways you can deal with it is you can gently peel off some of the extra paper. The other way you can deal with it is once it's completely dry, you can just take a Sharpie on the clean front side, and on top of the leading area, you can use your ruler and the Sharpie, and you can just fill in where the leading should be and cover the tissue paper with the black marker, and that will like clean up your whole area and make it look nice and neat, instead of having to completely take it off and re-glue on the other side, on the correct side, the back. So that is just an option that some people can do. And the last thing, whenever you're done, if your name got covered please rewrite your name on top of the tissue paper, and then here on the drying rack is where we store it until we are completely done with the project. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.